And welcome. It is a special edition of the Gospel Vibe with the Weekend Praise Party here at the 2023 River Awards. Santoria Black, along with Pam Jones, who is the founder and creator of the River Awards. Pam, how you doing?
I'm doing great. A little tired though. Putting these events together take all the wind out of you.
Yeah. Well, look, Pam, you've been doing this for a long time, and yes. This has been one of those events. This is the first event that I run an award for my show, and so it's always something that I would look forward to coming to.
Yeah. I that's the whole ministry that God gave me. It's that first award. It just opens the door, and then just all like dominoes, all these award people start reaching out to you. So it's a good opening for people in radio, artists. It has been tremendous. This is actually our 7th year. It's our 7th annual River Awards. And in the last 7 years, we've won awards ourselves, and our artists have all won awards. But when they get that first River Awards, it's amazing. The doors just open.
Absolutely. And, look, we want you to like and share this video, and share with everybody that will be here. We've got a lot of great things going on tonight. Kind of tell everybody about the program.
Yeah. Oh, tonight we're going to start off with singing, and we're gonna today is actually the official Pam Jones Day. I have a proclamation from the city of Houston with Mayor Turner, so that's why we have the River Awards and my celebration on one day. So let's save a little bit of money, y'all. But today is my official Pam Jones Day, so I'm really excited about that. Yep. And then we're gonna crown the River Queens. We have some women that went through domestic violence, and we're so happy to see that they're progressing. Mm-hmm. And we just wanted to honor them. I've watched them over the years, and it's amazing where they came from and where they are now. They're winning pageants, and they're happy. Life has gone. They started over, and it's been great. So, and then after that, we have live singing with award-winning singers that are going to be here tonight. And Reggie Campbell is here, which is going to be coming up next. And he has his #1 single. It's going to be all right with Lemmy Battles, still a winner. Yes. So we're excited about the evening. Then following that, we're going right into the River Award dinner, where we're going to give a dinner. We're going to give out our trophies. We have a special message that God gave me about being diamonds. So our whole theme tonight is diamonds.
Absolutely. You guys always do a great job here. It's always great to be. It's like home. When you come here, mm-hmm. You get treated well, and you always have a first-class event. And, we really appreciate everything that you do.
Thank you, brother. Absolutely. I call him my brother.
Yes. Look.
This has been one of our greatest supporters. I tell you, you have done a tremendous job helping me with the artists, getting them out there, so I really appreciate what you do.
Oh, absolutely. Look, when you have good people and they're trying to do good things, mm-hmm. you want to help them. And so you've always helped us, and we have no problem with helping you as well. So
thank
you. So much. Absolutely.
All right. See you guys. I got to get going, but Reggie Campbell's coming up next.
All right. So it's Pam Jones, of course, with the River Awards. Make sure that you keep tuned in, because we will have things here for the next couple of hours. So make sure that you keep on tuned in, and we're going to let Pam go so she can go ahead and get ready for the craziness that's going to be going on. All right. Well, stay tuned. We'll have Reggie Campbell coming up in just a few minutes right here on the Gospel Vibe with San and Shay.
Okay. You're up. You walked in just in time.
You live, huh? Oh, we are live. It is the Gospel Vibe with San and Shay. Of course, my wife will be along coming up after a while, but right now we are interviewing some great people here. We just got done interviewing Pam Jones, and now we are going to be interviewing Reggie Campbell, who's got a great new single out. Reggie, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing wonderful.
Good. We are good. We are really having a great time here. Always a great time here in Houston. But tell everybody about your new single that you got out.
The single's entitled "It's Gonna Be All Right," and it's featuring evangelist Lemmy Battles from Chicago Mass Choir, and it's such an amazing song. I tell you what, it's just bring joy, bring you hand clapping and foot stomping. It's just old school. It's my first traditional song that I've wrote and released, and it's doing extremely well.
Chuck, how you doing? And look, make sure that you like and share this. We've got several people on already. Lemmy Battles, I had a chance to meet her at the Texas Gospel Music Excellence Awards a couple of weeks ago in Houston, Texas, and she's just a ball of energy.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
What is it like working with Lemmy Battles? She's been around gospel music for a long time, too.
It was incredible when we got together, just the energy, the synergy that we had. She's like myself. She's a 3-time cancer survivor. I'm a cancer survivor. And, we know just going through the storm. And the song was really, I wrote the song during the pandemic,
Mhm.
and it was talking about the pandemic and hard times, and people want to take God out of everything, but God is sending a message loud and clear: get your house in order, no need to fear. If you trust in Him and just stay in Him, it's going to be all right.
Absolutely. And Reggie, this is you've done a lot in gospel music. As a matter of fact, people who don't know, little FYI, you helped to organize one of the gospel events at a Super Bowl.
Yes, I did.
Talk a little bit about that
I
experience.
should know about that.
Oh man, look, remember our first interview together? It was several years ago, and I remember you mentioned that, and I never forgot that.
Yeah, that was quite an experience to just work with the artists and help the artists and all the background singers and the choir. We had a 100-voice choir that was sitting around every event around the Super Bowl. Just amazing. We had a great time just singing and worshiping and just really cutting up a little bit, having fun. So it was good to just have that energy and everybody come together, on one accord. So it was great. It was great. Fantastic.
Absolutely. Well, Reggie, of course, you're here at the River Awards, and not enough we can say about Pam Jones and what she's been doing.
Yes. Pam is amazing. She's awesome. She's very supportive of all of the artists, independent. It don't matter who you are. Pam is just always there to help and to bring things together and bring people together and create this, what we have today, the River Award here in Houston, Texas today.
We are at the River Awards here in Houston, Texas. Reggie Campbell, man, for those who have heard some music on the Gospel Vibe and on the Weekend Praise Party, this is the man. He does all kinds of great things. He's very, very talented. Make sure you download his music. How can people catch up with you on social media?
Social media, you can reach me at reggiecampbell.com, or you can reach me on Instagram, on Twitter, and Facebook. It's Reggie Campbell Music.
Absolutely. Reggie, thank you so much for joining us, brother.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Reggie Campbell joining us right here on the Weekend Praise Party and the Gospel Vibe. And make sure that you download his music today. We got more great guests coming up right after this here on the Gospel Vibe right here in Houston, Texas. All right, welcome back here to Houston, Texas. It is the 2023 River Awards. Santoria Black here with you. My wife will be joining us after a while. Now joining us, Lady Kimberly Jackson. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, first of all, happy belated birthday.
Thank
Wanted
you.
to say that. And you have been extremely busy.
Yes, sir.
Man, so we've got your new single on right now that is playing on the Weekend Praise Party and also on our radio station on Hits 96.3. Tell us about the new single.
Oh God. This particular song was produced by Zach Fisher outside of Houston, Texas, and God gave me this song last March, a year ago now, and He allowed me to sit and really understand what the Word of God is really saying and speaking, and He just, told me, "Hey, I need you to encourage the people. Use your testimony, the things that you've been through, the things that you had to say to yourself. Say it in this record." And so God has been amazing. Erica Campbell from Mary actually posted this record on her Instagram last Friday. So it's just been crazy.
Yeah, I bet it has.
Yeah.
And not only that, but you've been on Bobby Jones' gospel show, which is tremendous.
Yes, I did that last year, last April, and it was an amazing experience. I did a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you really did.
Yes.
And we try to keep up with you. The new single, when you talk about I guess you say the journey with the new song. What was that like?
Oh man, it was just a long. I had a moment to really sit down and reflect on my life and reflect on the struggles and the things that I had went through, and to seeing how God brought me over, and to be able to just tell people that God will do it. God will shift your life around. A lot of people are dealing with mental illness. Suicide rate is high right now. So for me, it was like, it has to be right. And God is got to be in the forefront. I was going to call the song "He Will Do It." And God was like, no, because there's people out there that don't know who God is and that are not saved.
Yeah.
They need to know who I am.
Right.
So He changed that title to "God Will Do It." So,
absolutely.
yes.
Well, Kim, you got a lot of great things that are happening in your life. Now, if you could tell Kimberly Jackson, let's say 5 years ago, about what she was going to go through, what would you tell her?
Whew. I'm like, girl, how did you do it? How did you do it? Girl, how did you do it? It's amazing, especially now, 5 years later, having a teenage daughter and her getting to watch the journey and watch all the things that I had to go through. And I would just tell her, man, you are a bad girl. You got through the toughest parts of your life, and God has kept you because you believed in Him, that He was, and you remain faithful to His word, and God is doing it.
Now, does your daughter look at you as like, man, she's a major gospel star now, she's touring, she's doing all this other kind of stuff, or did you see as, oh, mom, she just chilling?
Yeah, she wish I just stopped singing half the time in the house. Do I have to tape you again? I gotta take pictures of you again? Like, yeah, we're going to church. You gotta tape me. We gotta show the people what we got going on.
Man.
So, but it's funny because people at school, she's like, they've been Googling you, Mama. My friends been Googling you. And the students actually sung my first single, "Higher," in their choir last year. So wow. Just to walk into my old middle school and to see, oh, you got kids that like you, they love you. I'm like, oh, they're listening. So you just never know who's watching.
Absolutely. Well, Kim, tell everybody how they can keep up with you on social media.
Yes, you can go to my Facebook page, Lady Kimberly Jackson. My Instagram, I am Lady Kimberly Jackson 2020, and my Twitter, Lady K Jackson 21.
Well, Kimberly, it is so good seeing you again.
You too.
Absolutely. And you're receiving an award tonight, as a matter of fact.
Yes, I'm an honoree, Female Artist of the Year.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So make sure that you continue to look at what's going on with the River Awards. We'll continue to have great guests here. And if you're missing it, all you got to do is just go back. You can go to Gospel Vibe with San and Shay. You watch on YouTube channel, here on Facebook. Make sure that you go and look at that, because we'll have that interview with Pam Jones, Reggie Campbell, plus so many more. So make sure that you like and share the page. And we're going to let Kim go. And we got a lot of things that are going on here. So continue to stay tuned with us right here in Houston, Texas, live at the 2023 River Awards. All right, back here on the Gospel Vibe with San and Shay, Santoria Black here with you. My daughter Desiree, she's producing. She's looking at the show to make sure everything goes well. She's keeping her father straight. Joining us now here, of course, here at the River Awards is someone that we've had a chance to talk to quite a bit. Janice Peterson Townsend, how you doing?
I am wonderful.
Good.
I'm
Good.
wonderful. Just excited about being here.
We saw you a couple of weeks ago, Texas
Yes.
Gospel Music Excellence Awards.
Absolutely. And
Second
that was
time over in
phenomenal.
Houston? Yes.
Yes, right.
Yeah. You know, look, I've been to Houston probably more in the last year than I have probably the last
A
10
lot
years.
going on here in Houston.
Man, so
A
much
lot.
going on. Speaking of the rodeos here.
Yes, the rodeo was
Lord.
going on, and then after the rodeo, then a March Madness.
Yes, absolutely. Final Four is coming up. here.
Absolutely.
Dang, I got a lot going on. Ooh.
Yes.
I wonder hotel prices are getting high. over here.
Absolutely.
Well, Janice, tell everybody a little bit about what you've been up to because you've been busy.
Oh my God, I tell you. Let me see, where do I start? I will say that I recently received an honorary doctorate. Of course, that was back in 2022, the latter part back in December. So excited about that in Christian leadership. So I'm excited about that.
Mhm.
And then, of course, I am still promoting my single, I Give You Glory, as well as Victorious. And those songs are available on Amazon and iTunes. And I'm excited about that because people are, you know how people go back and listen to songs that you did like 4 years ago?
Oh,
or
yeah,
so,
yeah.
and they're like, hey, I really like that song. So that makes an artist feel really good that you went back and you enjoyed some music that we did a few years back. And it's kind of like making it come to the forefront and people are saying, hey, I heard your new single. It's like, okay, great.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, this is a journey that you talk about, often when you're in front of people. What has this journey been like for you?
Oh my God. It has been a learning experience. And you take the good and the bad. I stand on Romans 8:28, and we know that all things work together for the good of them that love God and are called according to his purpose. And all means the good, the bad, and the ugly, And so I've learned to, after you go through a few trials and a few tests, God conditions your mind and your heart to be able to face storms with an attitude of, you know what, God, I'm going to trust you in this. I'm not going to be in my feelings. That's not to deny that you're hurting or denying what you feel in that situation. But you're confident because you've seen God's track record.
That's right.
There's no failure in him. So no matter what you go through, you know you're going to come out on the other
That's
side.
right. Yeah.
But you just got to hang in there and go through.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
So, Janice, one of the things that is great is you support a lot of people. We support Pam Jones, and we've been talking about all the work that she's put into this particular program over the last several years. Talk about the relationship that you and Pam have.
Oh my God, she's my sister. We don't have the same mother, but we always say that's my sister from another mother. Pam and I became acquaintances many years ago. In fact, it was many years ago.
Yeah.
And we came together at that point regarding our common interests concerning mothers and daughters, because I have a nonprofit organization called Isanaj, which is my first name spelled backwards. And so we were meeting and we talked about that. And then time allowed us to be apart for some years. And then we came back together. And when we came back together, she was involved with the River Awards, River and Word magazine, and then the River Awards. And so I guess it was an appointed time for us to come back together again for such a time as this. And in that relationship, we became sisters. There's a sisterly bond there.
Yeah.
But we have a common interest concerning God. We love the Lord. We want to honor his people. We want to see his will be established in the earth. And so, for that reason, we're connected at the hip.
Absolutely. Well, you do some amazing things. Tell everybody how they can keep up with you on social media.
Absolutely. You can go to my website, jptownsend.com. You can also follow me on Facebook, Janice Peterson Townsend. You can follow me on TikTok, Janice Peterson Townsend. You can follow me on Instagram, Janice Peterson Townsend. And also I have a radio station.
Nice.
JPT Productions Internet Radio. And you can follow us on that station at vscnetwork.com/JPT.
So a lot going on. Make
A
sure
lot
that
going
you
on.
support Janice, she has a lot of great things going on. She's done so much to help the community. So make sure that you continue to support the great ministry. Janice, thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Always a pleasure.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, we've got more great guests that'll be coming up here on the Gospel Vibe with Sand and Shay, and also we're going to be telling you about some great things that'll be coming up on the show. So make sure that you stay tuned. We're not going to show you any crazy things this week on the show. During the show, sometimes, Janice, we show crazy things with food and all that kind of stuff. We might do one or two things. Last week's was chitlin egg rolls.
Oh my goodness.
It was a real thing.
Oh,
And so
wow.
Nolan saw, he says, almost pulled the plug, man. It was just, I could not believe it was that real. It is real. But yeah, so we're going to be doing a lot of things here tonight. So make sure that you join us. We are live in Houston, Texas at the River Awards. So make sure that you continue to stay with us right here on the Gospel Vibe with Sand and Shay. It is the Gospel Vibe with Sand and Shay. You know, you got to have the microphone going up if you wanted to make sure it works. Monique White joining us. Monique, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, you know.
See you again.
Can't complain. You know, even if I did anybody to listen.
Excuse all this I got going on.
Look, she is.
I'm trying.
She's an MC, and so she's got all of the wires, and she's got the wireless mic going on, and trying to keep everybody straight. So, but how you been doing?
I've been doing good.
Yeah.
Don't pay to complain.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. So you have a lot happening. Kind of tell everybody what you've been up to.
I'm about to go back in the studio.
Mhm.
Actually, next weekend I'll be back in the studio. Last year I won a Lifetime Achievement Presidential Award. The beginning of my 2023 started off rough.
Mhm.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's part of life. But I'm about to go back in the studio. So in celebration of Women History Month, I have 2 shows on that day. The first one is Women Scientists.
Mhm.
And then I have a group, organization of women that have walked through their own journey with domestic violence, infertility, breast cancer. So they will be there with me. So
Absolutely. And, you know, you talk about Women in History Month, and my son and my wife went to NASA a couple of weeks ago, and just
Okay.
seeing some of the great history that African American women have put in that. Women, in general, just have
Mhm.
really given to NASA.
yeah, so I'm looking forward to the women scientists that
Yeah.
will be with me next week for sure. But
Now you do so much. What do you do just to kind of relax?
watch Law and Order.
Dun, dun. Now, which version do you like? Because it's like
All of
900. All of them.
All of them.
I like SVU.
I'm Law and Order all day. It doesn't matter which one. I love them all.
So
I'm
now,
a big Law and Order fan.
Now, of course, when you've had a chance to be here at the River Awards for a lot of years and see its growth. What's one of the things that you just love about its growth?
Nolan asked me something similar to that too on the red carpet, and what I like the most is she celebrates people that normally won't get celebrated, because
Mhm.
we look at the major celebrities, but we have a whole lot of other people doing those same things and that are putting in the work, and she celebrates them. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, really, she does a lot of great work, and she
Yeah.
also not only with this award show, but also throughout the course of the year with her education, with her helping the community, and
Mhm.
well-deserved proclamation, Pam Jones Day in
Yeah.
the city of Houston.
Most definitely, she does a lot of work and she cares about the people and she gives back,
Yeah, she does.
and that's very important.
Yeah.
Very
So
important.
now, the other thing is, you watch Law and Order and all that kind of stuff. What's your snack of choice when you're watching Law and Order?
Snacks, I need to lay off on. I'm trying to do a little bit better.
Uh-huh.
I love ice cream, vanilla bean. I
Mm.
love lately it's bitter honey. The
Mm.
candies.
See, that's old school right there. That's old school. See, I know
I
about
would-
bitter honey
I
now.
would eat a whole bag.
Really? See, look, see, that's old school
Yes.
candy right there.
So those things, ice cream, bitter honey.
I go through
But
I go through my bout of eating Junior Mints.
Okay, so I'm trying to do better by doing yogurt with fruit in the yogurt
Mhm.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause
not a
I'm
big
getting
yogurt.
older.
Yeah, you know, getting older sometimes you just look at it and you're like, why do my knees hurt just getting up in the morning? Why does my back hurt just getting up in the morning? It's just, you're like, I just remember I was like 21, 18, and that stuff didn't
And I
happen.
don't want to be on medication.
No, yeah, I understand. Well, I'm on medication now because pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well, I was released from my blood pressure pills.
Really?
I had surgery. It'll be a year next week. I had surgery to remove my appendix out of the blue,
wow.
and it was the weekend after her award show last
Really?
year. Yes, that
Wow.
following week I was in the emergency room, and after I had that surgery, it's like my blood pressure went back to normal.
Yeah,
So I no longer take blood pressure pills.
Man,
and
that
I
is
was
a
like,
blessing.
I just don't want to. They sent me home with so much medication to make sure I wouldn't get an infection.
Mhm.
And after taking like 5 pills a day, and I'm like, I don't want to get
Yeah.
older and take medicine. So
Yeah.
let me try to do better. But bitter honey,
Mm.
gotta have it.
So my thing is especially, you know, when that light is on and you go into a Krispy Kreme donut or you go into a Southern
Yeah,
Maid.
I like
or-
Krispy Kreme.
Lord have mercy. We better start talking about donuts.
If I get I'm hungry.
Donuts is its own ministry alone.
Yeah, I like Krispy Kreme.
Oh, absolutely.
Mhm.
Well, look, Monique, thank you so much. Tell everybody how they can keep up with you on social media.
You can follow me you can follow Our Life TV show on all social media pages. Our Instagram is Our Life Show _ the Facebook page is Our Life. You can catch me every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. on the On Point Network, Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, Xbox, AT&T now.
You just do a whole bunch of stuff.
I had slowed down a little bit. Now I'm about to get back.
You slow down with all that you doing. You say you slow down.
Yeah, I did.
Y'all
I
look,
did.
she slowed down and she's still doing a lot. Monique, thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
All right. Of course, we got more coming up here at the 2023 River Awards. So make sure that you just stick and stay right there. Got great interviews coming up. And my wife and family will be by after a while. So make sure that you keep watching the 2023 River Awards right here on the Gospel Vibe with San and Shay. All right, it is the Gospel Vibe with San and Shay. Kim Mason joining us. I'm going to get this camera straightened out here just a little bit, just to make sure that they can see. They don't need to see me; they need to see you. Kim Mason joining us. Kim, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, Kim, first of all, I had a chance to speak with you a little bit before we got started, and I think you have a great testimony and story. Kind of tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I'm Kim Mason. I'm the executive director of Women Cultivating Greatness, which is, it started here in Houston, but we're spreading everywhere. And we help women who learn differently through our classes and other tips and techniques. They learn differently, meaning that they have either been diagnosed with dyslexia or ADD or ADHD, or maybe they suspect it. So we can put them through testing because 5%, 1 in 5 people have some form of learning challenge. 35% of people have never been diagnosed. And like I was discussing with you, I wasn't diagnosed until I was 30. And 70% of people who are incarcerated have some type of learning challenge, learning disability.
Yeah, my son, he's autistic. He's high on the spectrum. And one of the things that we just felt, as parents, especially, we're a little older. And so as parents, one of the things that you start feeling guilty about, did we do something? Did something happen? Did you not get enough nutrition? And then the doctor tells you, there's nothing you could have done.
Yeah.
And, it's fortunate we were able to kind of nail down, his autism early on. And so now he's getting some care and getting things that he needs. But for so many people, they don't even realize they have some type of disorder.
Right, that's true. You kind of have an indication when you're dyslexic and have a processing disorder. I also have a memory deficit disorder. I started noticing it in the 3rd grade where I wasn't picking up concepts and things like the other kids were. And they would say, oh, I studied for that test last night and made an A, and that wasn't my story.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people, I hid it for a long time because I didn't want to be put in the classroom at the end of the hall to the right, where they put all the behavior children, all the other children. So I just kept it hidden, and started trying to teach myself.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's so important, parents, for you to kind of, get your son, your daughter tested to see if there is something that is a learning disorder, because, like you said, there's so many people that just don't know it, and getting the help that they need is really important at an early age.
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
But it's never too late. And that's the other thing too. You just never know, how you can, that can be a blessing as well, and how things can just turn around, because you actually then are an advocate about, making sure that, people do go out and get tested and things.
Yes, I do. And my organization provides screening for dyslexia. And it's not really easy to detect because we have to know the history, the environment, all of that before you can actually get a full diagnosis. But and it just, when I've actually found out that was the issue, I was so thankful because you go around, I had some self-esteem issues. You go around thinking I'm dumb, I'm stupid, I can't really do anything. And that's not the case. You just have to play to your strengths. And one of our first classes is on learning styles, because if you know your learning style, you become an advocate for the way information is presented to you.
Absolutely. So tell everybody how they can keep up with you and get more information about your organization on social media.
Yeah. So we have a Facebook page, Women Cultivating Greatness. We have a website, womencultivatinggreatness.com. And my name is Kim Mason. People, contact me through social media, and I'm always willing to help.
Absolutely.
So
Kim, thank you so much. It's a great testimony and ministry about
Thank you.
the things that you've been through. I think it's a great story.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for this opportunity to share what I love.
Absolutely. Kim Mason joining us. Make sure that you get that information that you need in order to look up her organization, because she can really help you out. So again, we are at the 2023 River Awards here in Houston, Texas. Santoria Black with you. We'll have more great guests. So make sure that you keep it tuned right here on the Gospel Vibe with San and Shay. Back here on the Gospel Vibe with San and Shay. Now joining us, Sonia Sessoms, better known as
Mama Spitfire.
Mama Spitfire, F-I-Y-A. So this is not phonetically correct. You know, F-I-Y-A.
It's like how it sounds. Fire. So
Fire.
F-I-Y-A-H.
A-H.
Yes.
So make sure y'all got that right. How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Well, that's the first time we've had an opportunity to meet and talk.
It is.
So we do the weekend praise party. We got the Gospel Vibe with San and Shay, and just kind of tell people about your ministry and what you do.
Well, I started as a singer.
Mhm.
Okay, so those are where my roots are as a minister of music, praise and worship leader. And then in 2011, it kind of switched,
Mhm.
and I started writing rhymes. And I was like, I'm not corny, right? My husband, because my husband is my producer, he's my everything. Shout out to my husband, Darnell Jackson. But he's the singer, but he's a producer and all those things. And he said, you can be on this beat.
Yeah.
So when my husband said that I could be on his beat,
Mhm.
then I realized that I was doing good. So yes. So I've been rapping since about 2011, really taking it seriously within the last 2 or 3 years
Mhm.
because I was nervous
Mhm.
as a woman,
Mhm.
right, in the industry.
Oh yeah.
I was kind of like, I didn't know how it was going to be received. And so it's been a blessing ever since. And I've joined a couple ciphers and been in some competitions. So
Now
here I am.
talk about those competitions and what those were like.
The last one that I was in, shout out to Miss Felicia Day of In the Mix Entertainment.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
that's big sis. And she had her first annual Christian hip hop cipher. And we did it last September. It was in Vegas.
Mhm.
And my team didn't win, like my actual squad didn't win, but
Mhm.
I actually won
Nice.
the individual competition. Woo, woo, woo. And so I was able to open up the show, and now we're going to be doing it again, but I'll be the host.
Mhm.
I'll be one of the hosts with my label mate, Same OG. So
Same
yeah.
OG. Yes,
Yeah, Same
indeed.
OG. look, family. Okay,
Yeah.
I figured if I drop some of those names, then yeah, that's my family. He's our label mate in charge
Yeah.
of G Music Ministries,
Yeah.
and I'm on his label.
See,
So-
look, it's a lot of good stuff going on. That's why y'all got to really know what's going on here
Yes.
at the River Awards. All right, so now for those who aspire to do Christian hip hop, because a lot of people may not understand, and some people,
Right.
quite frankly, if they don't understand the genre, they talk about it and kind of put it down.
Of course.
So talk about, give some people encouragement about if they are a Christian hip hop artist, how they get started, and just keep encouraged.
Well, it's really simple. Just be yourself,
Mhm.
right? Because we were all created on purpose for a purpose. And so if God has put that inside of you, just be who you are. Be who God created you to be. Don't look for those to be in agreement with you.
Oh, yeah.
Because everybody won't jump on the bandwagon all at once, and just be original and never quit.
Yes.
Never quit. Because like I told you, I started in 2011,
Mhm.
but now people are finally starting to recognize me now. So it took some time. So yeah, just keep going. Don't quit.
Yeah, you gotta make sure we get your music.
Oh,
at
I
the Weekend
will.
Praise Party.
Now
Same
that
OG knows us,
I
yeah.
know you, and I'm gonna get on bro. He was supposed to be here today, but he
Mhm.
couldn't be here today. But I will make sure that we stay connected and give you the
Yes.
music and all that.
Love
Mhm.
Christian hip hop. As a matter of fact, cat out of the bag, there'll be a Christian hip hop showcase in Ruston, Grambling, Louisiana.
When is
Just
that?
kind of gonna just put a little tease out there. It'll be coming.
Oh,
It'll be
I
coming.
want to be a part of it.
Yeah,
You gonna let
I'm
me
gonna
know?
put you.
Yeah. Let me know. Let me know. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
there.
absolutely. So just stay tuned. My wife is aboard. She is somewhere around here, and
Yeah.
Shalonda is somewhere. My sister-in-law is somewhere around here. So we're gonna bring them on in a little while. But look, tell everybody how they can keep up with you on social media.
Okay, it is MAMASPITFIYAH everywhere. So that's Facebook, that's Instagram. If you want to download the song, I'm on iTunes, Spotify, Google Music. You may find me speaking somewhere too. So follow that too. So yeah,
Now,
you can
see,
find me everywhere.
I ain't trying to be funny, but Pam said everybody got to dress up, and you had to dress up too, and she made you bring heels and your tennis shoes. I'm just
Now,
saying.
did he put this on the live? We was having a private conversation.
Because she made
I
you do the same
didn't.
thing.
I didn't say it's like no, but yes, it is a formal affair, and I was gonna wear the formal dress. I was just trying to wear my ones
Yeah.
with the dress, and Big Sis said, "No, that's not happening."
But see, here's the
She
thing,
said,
though.
"Bring your heels."
I'm with you though, because I said, well, Pam, I'm gonna be relaxed and all that kind of stuff. She said, no, bro.
Oh, so she told you no too. Oh, well then that's good. No,
Because I
bro.
was just gonna have a polo, maybe a jacket, be more relaxed
Yeah,
and stuff like
no.
that. Then I was like, okay, well, I'll just have another color suit. She said, follow the vision.
Black, okay, and bling. And I did have on the bling. It's just not right now because I'm
So
ready to
I ain't putting you
perform.
out there. I'm putting myself out there too, because she said the same thing. She said, bro, you
Yes.
gotta have a suit.
Mhm.
You gotta have
And your shoes, no sneaks.
no.
Okay. There
So
you go.
we're following directions.
Yes, we
that's what
are.
we're doing. And everybody looks
Yes.
great. You look great.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
You do
absolutely.
too. Thank you.
All right, make sure that you get her music, download her stuff.
Yeah.
Also, make sure you follow her on social media. We got
Please.
more of the gospel vibe with Sand and Shay. Make sure that you stay tuned with us. Easy for me to say. And of course, we will continue to have great guests right here on the gospel vibe. All right, back here at the River Awards here in Houston, Texas. Santoria Black here with you. Glad you could join us. And my family will be joining me after a while here in Houston, Texas. Now joining us, Dorothy Shelby. How are you, ma'am?
Fine, and you?
I'm doing well. But first of all, you're not just a vocal artist, but you were saying that you paint from memory.
Yes.
That is an incredible talent. When did you really get into painting?
I was age 64.
Really?
I've been painting 15 years.
Wow. That, you know what that is, you know, and I think this is a testimony
Right.
where people say, I'm too old to do this. It's too late to do this. You are a testimony of it's never too late to get started on something.
Right.
Wow. Wow.
Right.
When did you know you had this kind of talent?
As a little girl, it was a magazine that came out, the Progressive Farmer, I think, magazine,
Mhm.
and they had a picture in there for you to sketch.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a little girl, so I sketched it and sent it in and won first place,
Oh, wow.
but
Yeah.
didn't have money to go to art school.
Yeah. Yeah. Dorothy Shelby joining us here on the Gospel Vibe with Sand and Shay. And of course, you can watch this on our YouTube channel. And of course, you can watch this on our Facebook channel. So if you miss any interviews, you can go back and you can watch them. And of course, we'll have some of our interviews that we do here on the Weekend Praise Party. Miss Shelby, when you talk about the vocal side of things, tell us a little bit about that journey.
Singing.
Mm-hmm.
I am a singer. I'm a pastor.
Mm-hmm.
I pastor a church in Round Top, Texas.
Nice. Okay. Tell us, so what does your congregation think about you, not only being a singer, but an artist as well? What do they talk about?
They love me to death.
Yeah, I know they do.
They do. I'm a mother. I'm the mother. I'm the pastor. I cuddle them and love them, and I do it all.
Yeah.
A singer.
So now, what your congregation, when they saw that you could paint like that, were they shocked?
Some of them were, but my husband never was. He
Mhm.
think everything I paint should be $1,000.
see, your husband got the right idea. Everything's $1,000. At least that could be
Right,
more.
right. I told
Absolutely.
him more.
So, if you had to tell people about your style as a pastor when you encourage people, what would that be?
My son, I paint from memory. I paint baptismal. I paint the churches and family reunions and all. So they think a lot of that because that was the culture back when I was a child.
Mhm.
You know, you went to visit family and you had a great time and it was common. You didn't have much. So I paint my hometown church,
Mhm.
Cherry Chapel United Methodist Church in Industry, Texas.
Nice. That's awesome, man. That is really awesome.
Right.
Well, tell people. I want to ask this question.
Okay.
If 15 years ago you started painting,
Mhm.
if you could talk to Dorothy 15 years ago, what would you tell her about what she was going to get ready for?
I would say Dorothy didn't have much hope.
Mm.
She just was painting, and I was painting and giving them away real cheap. And so people came in and they said, well, who painted the pictures? And I said, I did. And they said, they look like Clementine Hunter.
Yeah.
And so she was from Louisiana, and everybody come in and they would tell me that. Then some people say, well, you paint like Grandma Moses. I said, well, she old black lady. They said, no, she's the white lady. And so I do a lot of things on my painting.
Absolutely.
And I would tell them that I had no idea that this would go this far.
Absolutely. Well, are you on social media?
Yes, I am.
Tell everybody how they can keep up with you on social media.
You can get me at Artist Dorothy Shelby, or you can go to Pastor Properties Dorothy Shelby's page. I got 2 pages.
Okay, so you got 2 pages that you can see a great talent, not only painting, but a vocal artist as well. Now, I'm gonna ask you one more question. If you had to choose one of those songs that just got you through, what would that song be?
I know I've been changed.
I know I've been changed. See, I'm gonna leave singing to you. See, that's not my ministry. My ministry is talking. My wife is the singer, and she can sing, and my daughter can sing. So
Okay.
I don't try. Thank you so much for joining us. Absolutely. All right. It's the 2023 River Awards. We are here in Houston, Texas. Make sure that you keep tuned. We've got more great guests for you. And we'll also tell you about some other great things that are coming up. So please stay tuned right here on the Gospel Vibe with Sand and Shay. All right, we're back here on the Gospel Vibe with San and Shay. How's everybody doing? And of course, now joining us, Mike Berry. How you doing?
How you doing? I'm blessed.
I want to make this Mike B. Berry. I want to get that right. So make sure y'all go out and support him. All right, so first of all, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Mike B. I'm a minister first, and I'm a Christian rapper, artist, a singer, producer, musician from Houston, Texas. You know,
All right, so it's cool. So now, of course, talk about your journey as a Christian rap artist. We were just talking to Sonya not too long ago, and she was just talking about, you know, that the road at times is difficult because there's some people who just don't accept Christian rap artists.
It is true, but like I said, I do music everywhere. Of course, I do music in church, but God has blessed me to do music also in the secular field, doing gospel music. You know, so you deliver how God wants you to do it. You have nothing to worry about. Just do it right and just enjoy yourself and make sure that you're doing it for somebody bigger than us, which is Christ. You know, you got to help somebody out there.
Absolutely, and it is so important to help other people and help other people in this walking in this journey.
That's
Tell
right.
everybody a little bit about the project that you have out.
Okay, I got a song out called "We at War." That song that God had blessed me with. It's praise and some Christian rapping in it, and it also opened up a lot of doors. Y'all check it out. Called Mike B. Berry. We at War. Talk about a lot of different things that we warring against, even sometimes ourselves.
Yes.
And y'all check it. I got another song with a good vibe called "Houston, My City." It's getting great feedback. You know, just representing our city. Well, I know a lot of hurricanes and different things came involved, but we still Houston strong. We came together, and that's through God.
Absolutely. So make sure that you get Mike B. Berry. Tell everybody your social media pages once
You can
again.
catch me at MikeBberry.com at IG Mike B. Berry 7. Y'all check me out. Even my personal Facebook. You can holler at me, message me. I don't cap. I talk back.
That's what's up. All right, so Mike B. Berry, make sure that you get him on social media. Make sure that you support him. Download his music today. Again, we're at the 2023 River Awards in Houston, Texas. Man, we thank y'all so much for tuning in. We'll have other great interviews. And if you missed any interview, all you got to do is just go back. You can watch all of these. You can watch Pam Jones. You can watch Sonya. You can watch all of our great artists who have been with us so far today. So make sure that you keep it locked right here on the Gospel Vibe with San and Shay. All right, it is the Gospel Live with San and Shay. Of course, you know, our normal weekend show. Yeah, do it this way just a little bit. There we go. Normally, you know, of course, we're on earlier and all this other kind of good stuff. But of course, we're at the River Awards 2023 River Awards here in Houston, Texas. And as a matter of fact, the award show will start at 7:00. We've already had some great guests on. We know it's been a little while since we've been on the air as far as, you know, today. We've had a lot of things that have been going on with, you know, the artists. Everybody's inside right now, not one of the other programs, but we didn't want to lose the connection. So we wanted to make sure that we just stayed on. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Tired.
I bet you are.
Man. But you know what? We just want to talk about this and be a little messy.
Well, I'm just now joining because I have to make sure that, you know, our son and our, you know, our daughters are and our niece, our daughter and our niece are babysitting him.
Yes.
So we had to make sure that it all was, you know,
Yes.
tied down. So I had to send him on and do the mommy thing.
Yeah, we owe a lot of money. We owe a lot of money. Just to put that out there. We probably owe hundreds of dollars. But anyway, but look, you know, we haven't done our normal show today. Of course, we told you we just got a lot of guests with the River Awards. We talked to Reggie Campbell, we talked to Pam Jones, we talked to Mama Spitfire. She just got done just absolutely lighting up the crowd in there with her lyrics, and of course, she's a Christian rap artist. So just a lot of great things. Kimberly Jackson was able to bless the crowd with her new single, and matter of fact, we had that up there and talked a little bit about that. But you know, Houston is always a great place. We haven't had a chance to do some of the things, but I just want to put this out there. We saw every corner of Memorial City Mall yesterday. Every single corner. I think we spent 5 hours.
We spent a lot of time in that mall
just trying to
yesterday.
find stuff. And
It was a lot.
man, you know, so if I don't see a mall for a little while, I'm good. I think yeah, but a lot of time in the mall. Memorial City Bakery. I didn't get a chance to put any pictures up or anything like that. But I had a chance to take my son there this morning. It is amazing. So if you ever have a chance, it's right here in Houston. It's Memorial City Bakery. It's up in Memorial City, of course. If you ever have a chance to come up here and see that, it's got cupcakes, cookies, eclairs. They're not very big, but they're filling just they're anyway, wanted to put that out there before we went
I
on.
did not indulge in the donuts.
I did indulge in I haven't had the donuts, but I think this kind of made up for it. He had a cookie. I had a small eclair, so I think it made up for donut Saturday. Not much rest this week. Swag tournament for me and a lot for you.
And then I mean, well, it's just one of those weeks.
Oh, it's one of those
that's
weeks.
okay. We'll get through it as always.
Houston will see a little bit more of us, of course, coming up here.
Yeah.
Man, just a lot. We're not coming up here the first weekend in April. That is a Final Four weekend.
Yeah.
So if I'm up here, you won't see me. Anyway, my sister-in-law is here. Shalonda, Gloria, and Lloyd Sanders are here.
Pastor.
Pastor. P-A-S-S-A.
And missionary.
Gloria Sanders. They are here with us here in Houston, and I'll be getting an award later on, and several other folks, and can't wait to enjoy that. So what have we been up to this weekend? This is it. We left on Saturday morning. We stopped in Shreveport. We had an interesting morning in Shreveport.
We were kind of temporarily involved in a
high-speed chase. Yeah.
Indirectly involved.
Yeah, we were indirectly involved in a high-speed chase. We were on 20, and all of a sudden, the high-speed chase, which, you know, with just 2 police cars, just went past us doing 100. And then we said, okay, well, they're down the
car
road.
first, and then
Car first, and then 2 police cars. And he was weaving like basketball.
He was driving that car. I got to give it to him.
Yeah, and then we get to our breakfast spot. We will not mention names. We'll get to the breakfast spot, and we're ordering breakfast. And here comes the car through the parking lot going about 70. And all the police cars with him. I mean, he was going around. Finally,
it was something.
Yeah, it was crazy. So just a crazy morning in Shreveport, and then almost spilled a cup of coffee just all over me. That would have been the end of the trip if I had spilled the coffee right. So
thank God you did.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, absolutely. So you know, we haven't had a chance to do a lot in Houston this weekend, but we had a chance to spend a lot of time.
It's a short trip. I mean, we got here yesterday. We're leaving at the crack of dawn.
Crack of dawn tomorrow, because
folks have to get to school and work. I still don't know how this is going to work, but it's going to work.
I don't know. You know, we just gonna put it in God's hands. That's all we're gonna do. We don't have any interesting food items to show you this week. I'm sorry. In the background, of course, got artists that are in the background here at the River Awards. Oh, you can leave that open. It's getting that sound. Yeah. We're good. but a lot of great music. I think it's Reggie Campbell's going up on stage now. He's got a great new single.
Oh, Reggie, okay.
Yeah, so he's here, and I was telling Reggie, he was like, he says, how did you know that I did gospel music for the Super Bowl? I said, our first interview that we had.
Yep.
So it's great. Oh, I'm sorry. I just had somebody text me. Where's the food for today? I don't have any. I mean, I'm gonna try to send something myself.
We don't have any crazy.
We don't have any
right
crazy
now.
food today. I mean, let me see. I don't even know if I have anything that I can share right now. Okay, I'll share something, but it's not crazy. Okay, I will share something, and this is something that might even be Shay approved because it is healthy. All right, but anyway, while we're talking about that, just a little inspiration for the day while we're on, and that is, just really enjoy the time with your family. Because, man, when I'm telling you that, our kids are growing up and time is marching on,
Mhm.
I'm not as black as I used to be. Grayer, no, was saying. Although
It's still nice.
Yeah, although I've been old for about 30 years now, just saying.
Not 30 years.
Just
Maybe
enjoy,
a little less than 30 years.
maybe. But just enjoy time with your family, man. I have really enjoyed time with you and just our crazy kids and all of that. Had a great time. We went to one of our spots last night that's no longer in North Louisiana, but it is in.
Well, I mean, it's not a gourmet restaurant or anything
No.
like that, but we love it there. Our family loves it there.
Yes,
We went there.
yes. So we really had a great time and had a chance to go there last night. It was really, really cool. One thing, my daughter Desiree, she's been producing and keeping all the guests straight
She's
for me,
fabulous as
and
always.
just fabulous as always. So she's been doing that for us today. And then, of course, I want to thank all of our guests, Pam Jones and the River Awards team for giving us this office, the pastor for just allowing us to have this office, and just say, y'all just go ahead and take it. It's all y'all. Just being very, very accommodating. So I want to thank y'all for doing that as well. Chuck, it's 30 years. It's hard to believe for us. Well, I will tell you this, and Chuck, I'm just telling you the truth here. We've been together
For 30 years.
30 years.
Yeah.
Since we were 17 years
Oh.
old, we've been together.
Yeah.
And as a
And
kid said,
we're
that's
really
no cap.
over 30 years because we started, now it's over 30 years. We
It's over
started
30
dating
years.
in 1992. So
That's a long time.
been together since, we've known each other since 1988 or something.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
There it
So
is.
It's been a long time. And when you get to know people, you just enjoy time together, and it's really been
Yes,
cool.
absolutely.
It's really been great. All right, so we do have one food item we'll show you, and it's nothing crazy. It's something that you might even eat. This is from the Memorial City Bakery in Houston earlier today, and it is a fruit tart.
Oh,
Grapefruit tart. I mean, they're really good, fresh fruits.
oh, look at that.
And of course, there's little pecan bars down there at the bottom that you see there. And on the side of that is a strawberry lemon cheesecake cup.
Oh,
So, but yeah, that is a
Okay.
fruit tart right there. And I saw that and I was like, my wife would really appreciate that.
yeah,
So it is healthy. It is
I
mostly
could
fruit.
get into that.
There's not a lot of sugar in that at all. And all of that. So, and we got Nolan Davis coming on in. Nolan, what's up, man?
Hey.
Nolan is coming in. We're live on the show. This is Nolan who comes in
Hi.
and he
Yes,
watches
how
us
you
on the show.
doing?
Let's take this off here for a minute. Nolan, just kind of sneak in.
Yeah, I've met Nolan.
Hey, another
Few
problem.
times.
Let me see if I can get down in here.
Yeah, okay. Here we go.
All right, here we
Roll
go.
over.
Come on.
Let's do this.
There you go.
There we go.
There we go. There we go. What's going on with y'all? I feel like I'm on with celebrities. I watch y'all every week. You see what I'm saying? What's poppin'?
It's all good. This week, Nolan, we didn't have anything fancy, just a fruit tart. See?
Okay. I was
That's
disgusted
edible.
last week.
Oh no, yeah.
I was
yeah.
disgusted last week.
pretty
I
disgusted
even brought it up
last-
on your interview. Like I was like, I hope we don't have none of that
I don't
nonsense
like that.
here for dinner tonight.
So yeah, just a simple fruit tart, not a lot of sugar in this.
Yeah.
With a simple crust.
Well, it looks nice.
So
Oh,
I
yeah.
did that.
Oh yeah,
Memorial
absolutely.
City Bakery.
Okay.
Really cool. Absolutely. So
cool.
for those of you who are joining us, you can like and share. Make sure that you do that. Yeah, Chuck, we've been together a long time. Absolutely. Make sure that you like and share this video. Of course, earlier we had a chance to talk to Pam Jones, Reggie Campbell. We had a chance to talk with Mama Spitfire. We had a chance to talk with just so many great folks who have been a part of it. She's a gospel rap artist.
Yes.
So, Nolan, tell everybody what you've been doing. This is one of our guests. He's always supporting us. He's said every week he follows us on our show, and now you can see him. But you do a lot of different
I was
things,
gonna
man.
say this is
I
a
do.
celebrity.
I
know.
don't know about a celebrity. I feel blessed to be here with y'all. So, I just opened up a multi-set studio out in Texas City.
Really?
So we got Step Up Radio coming out. We got podcasts that we're producing. I got everything from Bio Boot Camp to Saving Sense. I'm all about trying to help people get to that next level.
Yeah.
Right. I also have another one coming out called A Black Man's Love Letter to a Black Woman. Right. So it's about relationships. And you know, everybody wants to talk about relationships, and it's a lot of hypotheticals. They haven't done it, right? And so it's going to be everything that I've actually done. So I don't know if you remember, but I had a TV show called The Perfect Gentleman, right? And so did a lot in a relationship thing, and the tides have started to turn now, right? When it comes to relationships,
There we go.
it's starting to, the tide is starting to turn now to where I feel like social media and everything that we hold in the palm of our hands is kind of brainwashing a lot of people on what the expectations are in relationships.
Absolutely.
And so that's one of the things that we're going to be talking about. But for saving sense, you're going to be able to save on everything. And I also can produce your own podcast or your own TV show.
See, look.
And so that's what we do as well.
There
So
it is.
See, look, we got people that just come in that can help you out. And, you know, you spoke about relationships, and I'm glad you did. I know there's a craze out there, and I'm not really going to give it attention, but I will say this. It is so important now more than ever before that the Black men and the Black women take care of each other.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because, whoever you decide to marry, whatever kind of relationship you decide to get into is your business. But it's about the love. And at the same time, whatever you decide to choose, don't put down somebody else or another group of people because of your choice. I think I'm going to say it like that and be very careful about that. But it's just so important that we learn how to love on one another as Black men and Black women.
Absolutely. So I've had a relationship fail after 27 years, and I put everything into it that I absolutely could. And I think a lot of it comes from the expectations, right? And so your happiness is a direct link to your expectations. I'll give you an example. Centuria, you would come in here tonight for dinner, right? You have some type of expectation. You're not expecting McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
Right. So if we started pulling out 39-cent cheeseburger, well, they probably 99 cents now. They was 39 cents when I was growing up, right? Right. So if we just pulled out some Happy Meals and said, "Here's your dinner," your expectations is something much higher than that, right? But if you wasn't gonna eat at all tonight, and I came by your house and dropped off McDonald's, and you didn't know where you was getting your next meal from, you happy as can be.
Exactly.
Right? So a lot of people don't understand that they sabotage their own happiness with their expectations.
Right.
And our expectations are starting to expand because of social media.
That's right.
Because everybody's just putting that stuff out there.
It's unrealistic.
Right. And so when you have that that unrealistic expectation, you always fall short.
Mhm.
And I also want to talk on the show about the difference between happiness and joy.
Yeah.
Right.
Because joy is something that you can talk to me a couple of times. I'm always a joyous type of
Always.
dude, right?
Yeah.
Always.
I'm always happy about
Very
just own
positive,
life,
upbeat.
helping other people.
That's right. Yeah.
But people are literally go out there in the world and say, "Man, I'd be so happy if I had that new Mercedes," right? They get that new Mercedes, and in 2 years, 3 years, when it got ketchup stains and they come out with a new body style, oh my God, I'll be happy if I got that one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you always chasing happiness instead of just being joyous. And so I feel like we do that a lot in our relationships, and that's sabotaging the Black man and Black woman, right?
Yeah.
And so that's just my thing, right? And so it's just a different perspective. But I literally took my wife to the Eiffel Tower and proposed to her. I was bringing 24 roses home every 2 weeks for 27 years, and it still wasn't enough.
Yeah.
I was paying everything. I was cooking dinner. I had a TV show, so I know how to cook a little bit,
I see.
right? So I was doing some of everything, and it still wasn't enough. And I felt like I was chasing after something that was unachievable, and that's where we kind of fell short, right? And so The Perfect Gentleman was all about helping men be better men so they can be better supporters and providers for their families.
Right.
Because the more families that we have intact, the better the communities are.
That's right.
And all the world is made up of all of these little communities, right?
Right.
And so that was my thing of literally trying to help men better the world.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. You learn because
And so
background.
So that's all it was. So those are some of the things that's coming out of my camp, but I'm also trying to help people that are putting out positivity in the world create their own podcast, have their own channels and stuff like that. So
Right.
that's it.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Well, Nolan, man, that's awesome, bro.
I love
yeah.
everything you just said.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I mean, we've been in the 30 plus year. I mean, we've been married 27 years.
Yeah.
Mm.
Been together 30 years, over 30 years,
She decided to keep me.
whatever. But but you're right, because you know, you being in a long-term situation,
Yeah.
you know that it's
Right.
hard. This is not easy.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, and I
is.
think
And
that's,
no, people look at us and think that it's easy, but it's not.
yeah, I think that people, the reason why at times that they say the things that they do is because they're afraid. It's the
Mm.
fear,
Yeah.
I think, and it's sometimes it's easier to go towards a different path because it looks easier instead of going to the path because you know the payoff is greater. The work is hard.
Right.
But
Yes.
the payoff is greater.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that sometimes we put ourselves in situations to where we say, well, if we just do it this way, it'll be so much easier. We can pick and choose what we want to. There's not going to be a lot of friction. There's not going to be a lot of fighting and all that kind of stuff.
No.
No, you got to go sometimes
We-
that road. that
we
you to
have
take.
those
Yeah.
very hard conversations.
Yeah.
And we just put it out there.
Yeah.
Because we are friends first. We've been friends since childhood. And the thing about it is I don't look at him when I think friendship, the few friends that I have deep friendships.
Sure.
So I can't call him a friend and not share that same kind of connection. He is my ultimate friend.
Yes.
So he's the one I talk to about every single thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And whatever little thing that's left, I talk to God about it. So
So I love to have
But
y'all
that-
on the show.
Sure.
I love to have y'all on the show talking about that type of situation.
yeah, it's just
from the
you know,
longevity of your
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah.
I was kind of the same way. We were married 21 years and together 27 years.
Gotcha.
But I count it all because I ain't never say I hate you and hung up the phone. So
Yeah.
we had never broke up, not one day.
Yeah.
You know, and then the pandemic hit and things changed.
And that's the thing, like we know because it was tough on us during that situation.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
tough on a lot of relationships. And I would say this: our kids, because they're crazy, but they are lovable human beings, they made everything so much easier. I think having the girls in the house with us and our niece, they made, because they brought us together. We did a lot of family stuff and they wanted to. You know, and my sister, we did all these crazy challenges. We just kept the connection.
Yeah.
And that really helped with the friction because we lost a lot of money. So the financial strain was horrendous.
Right.
and that really, you know, but them being there and them, you know, showing us how much they understood and showing us how much they, you know, were there with us.
Right.
I mean, we just have some wonderful kids. We have a wonderful family, a wonderful unit there. And I think that that's what really solidified and helped us through that because it was tough.
You know,
It was tough.
sometimes
I wouldn't lie. That was tough.
Right. So you know what? Sometimes what it sounds like as I'm hearing you speak, sometimes kids can help you to appreciate the most simple part
Exactly.
of the family dynamic.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Right. Like so a lot of times when it comes to kids, you know, all kids are gonna want something. They just, you know,
Right.
the
Well, yeah.
TV is, oh, I want that. Or, you know, you turn on
And our
Nickelodeon.
kids are no
all
different.
The, right.
They are
exactly.
no different. But
But-
they have something inside of them that I thank God for. I think it's God sent. They have something inside of them that's genuine, and they genuinely love their family,
Right.
and they genuinely love us.
Yeah, yeah.
And we don't stay together because of them. We stay together with their help.
Right.
It's like it's part of the process, and
Right.
they are an intricate part of that process.
And you know, we
They're
wouldn't have it
awesome.
any way. Well,
All of them.
it is 6:30, so we're getting ready
We
for
gonna
the
go
award show.
there.
Boom.
We're gonna be at the award show, and this is Nolan. So look, if you need anything, tell everybody how they can get with you on social media.
Man, you can go to nolandavis.com. That's NOLENDAVIS.
We're gonna make
Then-
sure we type that in.
Absolutely.
Type that in.
NOLENDAVIS. We're launching Step Up Radio, which is stepupradio.net. And if you have a business, I actually own a networking group called upsocialnetwork.com. We're the only networking group that broke a Guinness Book of World Records.
Oh, wow.
And I featured all the business owners, and we got about 34,000 views
Nice.
on our live.
Well,
So,
we'll definitely be.
We need to, yeah.
absolutely.
Because we got some things we need to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So,
Yeah.
hey, I'm gonna go on and sign off on y'all thing. Thank y'all for having me. I feel like I'm sitting here
Absolutely.
talking
I
to a
love
couple of
it.
celebrities
I love
right
it.
now.
We talk. Nolan is the celebrity.
This is Shalonda. That's a sister-in-law.
Yep. So we've got our family in here. Chuck, yeah, we are dressed up, because we're getting ready for an award show, Chuck. So we're gonna have some pictures that we'll share with you. But look, we're gonna get in and get ready for the award show. Thanks to Desiree, because she has been the producer today. So thanks to her as well. Thanks to our other 2 kids in the room, because without them we couldn't be here. And it's Siriana and Geraldine, because they're helping to take care of Gummy. All right, and
And
that's Jason Dixon's boy.
Gummy
man.
can be a whole a handful.
Gummy can be a handful. And
Yeah.
my man's got terrible allergies right now. All right, so we will see y'all next week, because I will be back from the SWAC tournament. We'll see y'all next week. Hear the Gospel Bible saying and Shay. We are live in Houston. Shay, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
And thanks to all of our guests. Thanks to Pam Jones. Thanks to the pastor of this great church for all that they've done in being gracious hosts for us.
Y'all come on and come say bye to everybody.
Come say goodbye. This is Auntie Gloria, missionary evangelist,
Sanders.
missionary Sanders. So let's see who's who. So that's Gloria there,
Over there.
and that's
Shalonda
Shalonda
over there.
I miss America.
Oh my God. Oh, we will see y'all next week. Always remember.
One nation, one people. Peace.